Yo, what's up, guys? Joker here, bringing you a video on the 3.18 Sentinel Challenge League with Path of Exile. I'm going to go ahead. This is going to be my video on the 20 new keystones and like the Atlas tree changes and stuff. So that's the best way to explain it. But so let's jump right into it. We're going to be starting it off actually by watching a video, watch a little bit of what Chris says, and then I'm going to jump into like my opinions when he's going over stuff. Like when he's going over keystones that I have pictures of, I'm just going to jump to that, right? So
this expansion introduces 20 powerful keystone passives to the Atlas tree. As you know from the regular passive skill tree, keystone passives are usually dramatic and build changing.
Okay, so with this, I only have 12 pictures, and with what he mentions with other keystones, it's additional. So there's still 8 more keystones that we don't currently have that I will have to review later.
With both upsides and potential downsides. Each keystone can completely change the way you play Path of Exile's endgame, and we have designed keystone passives for many different playstyles and situations. The second.
So with this, it says the second, so like in addition, so these 10 are going to be completely separate. Actually, you know what? Let me make it a full screen. That way you guys can see. And what these do is they pretty much, they block out a mechanic. This means that I'm going to be have to do like at least 10 separate videos with like the boosted chances trying to like hyper juice one mechanic, but might be worth it, maybe.
Second big change is that we have introduced these clusters of passives.
And then let's skip ahead.
By 6 new.
Right?
Thirdly, we have created.
So if I do count these, right, then I only have 18. It means I'm still missing 2 pictures. Let me double count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. So the 12 that I have, if I count these 6 as additional, which I believe they do show them right here, right? So, okay. So these are in that 20. So I only have pictures of essentially 12. So it means that we are still missing a good chunk of them.
New keystone passives.
Because these 6 are counted in the 12 pictures that I have, which means that we're still missing like a large chunk.
Some of the new keystones and boss fights.
Okay, and that's pretty much it. Then he just breaks down and shows like the couple of keystones, but I have pictures of those, so I'm going to go over them my own way. So let's do this and jump right into it. So first keystone I have a picture of is Dance of Destruction. It's essentially monsters do more damage but die easier. This is going to be grand design, second node, and it's going to work like those jewels that you would get from Temple, right? Where you get 1% increased pack size per allocated node passive, and then small Atlas passives grant nothing. So it's like a combination of a couple of jewels, but pretty much small Atlas passives grant nothing. Your maps have 1% increased pack size per allocated notable Atlas passive skill. So let's say you're just going around and tagging as many Atlas passives notables that are as close together as well. Since this is so close to this will, it is a good example. And this is going to be increasing your pack size for each notable that you have. Going to the next one, singular focus. Maps have 20% more, 200% more chance to be your favored map, but non-favored maps drop as basic currency instead. That I think actually is the more important line, because that means that you can juice how many maps you find. I think last league I got it to something like 20 something percent chance to duplicate map drops. So is this going to go ahead and not only drop those maps but duplicate them into currency, and that currency is going to be doubled? So is this going to be dropping me like X? That would be pretty fucking dope. If so, I'm definitely going to have to test to this, because this seems like something that you can juice fairly hard and get just an absurd amount of currency from. Stream of consciousness. Maps can't be modified by fragments. Your maps have 50% more chance to contain extra content. I'm going to have to take this node when I'm testing the other things, when I'm trying to juice that one mechanic, right? Wait, no, I can't take this because I won't be able to modify it. I'm going to have to test that to see what I feel like the best way to actually use that is before I quote directly on it, but it seems like it could be interesting. It's pretty much a 50% more base chance to contain additional stuff. So it's really bumping the chance for our maps to contain stuff if we're not using like fragments. I feel like this is going to be like a poor man's way of not having to use scarabs and stuff, right? Then we have Twist of Fate. Corrupted map and any Atlas missions, it's going to go ahead and pretty much roll them unpredictably. So if you have a lot of either Kirak missions or just corrupted maps that you feel bricked, take this, throw them in, and it's going to re-roll it. Now, you're not going to want to do this unless you can handle most, if not all mods, just because it is going to go ahead and pretty much be re-rolling it, so it can re-roll it or brick it into something that you can't do. Like, let's say you're an LE build, you have a bunch of pre-rolled maps that don't have LE reflect, but you forget you have this node on, you throw your map in, you now have a dead map, right? It rolls to LE reflect. Memento Mori, this is upgrading the Cortex. Hopefully this means with the 3 additional rares with less common synthesized implicits that we are going to get like more explodey weapons, right? That's what I'm hoping that means. So a lot more bases that have like explodey and stuff like that. So it won't be so expensive if you did want to try to craft one of those weapons if you're either solo self-found or want to try to make a bunch of money, because the base would be cheaper now. So if you craft it well enough, you'd be able to get a lot of shit. Insatiable Appetite, this is going to be Eater of Worlds. It upgrades Eater of Worlds, and it has a 25% chance to drop an additional exceptional Eldritch Ichor. That's pretty much the only thing that it does. So it's pretty much making Eater of the Worlds drop more Eldritch currency. Throw the Gauntlet. This is going to be the Maven, upgraded Maven. It guarantees that you always get at least an elevated sextant. I believe that it can naturally roll a sextant on its own. I do apologize. So that means that maybe you can get 2, 3 sextants each Maven. That'd be nice. It's going to really lower the price of elevated sextants. So rolling elevated sextants are going to be way cheaper this league. Thirst for Knowledge. This is going to be the Uber Searing Exarch. This is going to be Eldrin's currency dropped by him has 50% chance to be duplicated. That's pretty cool since he normally did drop like a niche amount of Eldritch currency. So it's going to be pumping a lot more Eldritch currency. So the prices for those are going to be probably a lot lower, hopefully on the Eldritch Chaos. Everything else was pretty good in price, in my opinion. Perfect Storm. This is going to be Uber Cirrus, or it's pretty much Cirrus 9, I believe. Cirrus has a 20% chance to drop in a weekend support gem. Maybe they saw the videos of Cirrus sucking ass last league, but yeah, now he has a 20% chance to drop one. So pretty much if I did 100 Cirrus again, I would on average get 20 Awakened Gems. I think Awakened Gems are going to be a lot cheaper this league now, because now they're getting way more pumped in. So they're going to be cheaper than they were when they were already cheap. So Awakened Gems are going to hold like no value. Wandering Path. Notable Atlas passive skill grants nothing. Increase effect of small Atlas passives. This, in my opinion, is insane. Like I was saying, last league, I think I got somewhere to like 40% of 40% of double maps. So this would be 100% increased effect. So pretty much every other map is going to be doubled. And I was using that to juice the sextant where I'd get like Shaper and Conqueror maps, right? So you use that sextant, you grab all of the small nodes to double maps, you grab this, you have like a 60% chance to double the map. And on its own, the map bosses and stuff have a chance to drop like 2 or 3 different types of influence maps, right? So you can just have a loot pinata of influence maps. I feel like this is going to make influenced maps super cheap. I am going to be testing that as one of my methods. Wellspring of Creation, that's going to be essentially monsters deal less damage but have more life. So this one is going to be if you are less tanky but do more damage, like Glass Cannony. And then the first one, the Dance of Destruction, that's going to be essentially if you are tankier but have less damage, right? So it kind of gives one for each of us. But that's pretty much the end of this video. I believe as of right now, that's everything that I had and wanted to go over for the Atlas passives that we have seen. Like I said, I believe there is still several that we have not seen. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment saying your opinion of it. But yeah, until next time, take care.